in the prelim card, the undercard fight versus the Ninja. The Ninja, what do you have to say? You're facing Jake from the MMA podcast.
Sierra Hotel, India, Echo, Lima, Delta, Shield.
I like when the Shield's music plays. I finally wanted to listen to something that's great, not the annoying voice of Jake, which I have listened to for the past hour and a half now. Dear Lord, when do you people stop talking? I have to keep the vomit out of my throat to get this interview out. So excuse me, people. This Jake guy, wherever he came from, he's got all the little soundboard. He's got all the fancy stuff queued up to play, but he can't cut a promo like I can cut a promo. Jake, you may have been great in the past, but you're about to go one-on-one with somebody that will adapt. I will adapt tonight. I'm not going to beat you in the first challenge, the second challenge, or the third challenge. What I'm going to beat you in is life tonight, Jake. I'm going to beat you so bad, you're going to be like Ross and never show your face again. And that is the truth. Believe in the Ninja.
And that's the bottom line.
I don't gotta say much here. The only person in word on the street history who's defeated me is the Jew. When I look across the ring, I don't see a Jew. I see a joke. Yao was gonna take me on first, and just like every opponent I've been handed recently, Yao backed out of the fight. He was scared. Last minute, he told the world that he didn't want to fight me. He didn't want a shot at the belt. He would rather back out, save himself the embarrassment, save himself the injury. And Ninja, you should have done the same tonight, because all I'm going to do, I'm going to win this in 3 guesses. Ross, you only need 3 fighters. I'm going to take it 3-0. Every fighter you get a point. It's the first to 3. I left that out when I described the rules. I described the rules. I described the game. This is my game. I'm the one who broke the Jews streak. The winner of this fight gets a shot at the title next week. I don't care who wins in the main card. Ramses, Ross, enjoy the belt while you have it. You're going to have it for a week. Next week on May 13th, after I dispatch the Ninja 3-0, I'm going to dispatch the winner 3-0. Ross, I hope you have the fighters ready. Let's do this shit.
Ross making his return to the Word on the Street podcast. I believe he should get a walkout on this goddamn show.
He will during the main
course.
card.
I already had my walkout at the beginning, a little bit before. I will host this for the first time. And let me just say before I start, both of you absolutely, positively, no doubt about it, suck. Let's get to this. Okay, the first fighter. He is 5 feet, 10 inches tall. He's white. Bet you didn't think I was going to say that. He's been fighting since the year 2001. He fights out of AKA. He has fought a total of 27 mixed martial arts bouts. Nothing. No one's got a guess. No one wants to challenge the Jew. All right. He lost his last fight. He is a former champion in Strikeforce.
Jake. Josh the Punk Thompson.
Yes. Jake has a point. Somehow.
Congratulations, Jake.
Jake is up 1-0. And like I said before, both you gentlemen absolutely suck. Second fighter. This man fights in the middleweight division. He is a Division I wrestler. Was a Division I wrestler. He's not in college anymore. No, he is far out of college. He stands at 6 feet. He has a victory over Kendall Grove. He is fighting within the next 60 days. He trains alongside Chael P. Sonnen.
I want to make sure that Ninja is still alive at this point. I'm sorry to interrupt. Ninja, are you still conscious?
The ninja is still conscious.
Okay, continue, fellas. I'm sorry.
He has been fighting since 2007.
Jake, I'm throwing it out there. I know I have two. Mark Munoz.
Mark Munoz. Jake with a 2-0 lead.
He's got this, Ninja.
We've come down to the third fighter. Ninja needs to now sweep for the rest of the competition if he wants to win this. Jake only needs to get one more correct to win the undercard bout.
You got this, Ninja. Don't worry about this Jake guy.
Here we go. This fighter is on a 4-fight winning streak. He is the same color as Yao and Chroma. He has an 80-inch reach. He finished his last fight.
The Enchroma last name is something that it's a joke that just writes itself if you have any knowledge of. Continue.
He is also fighting within the next 60 days.
It's like technological color and keys and.
He is undefeated in the UFC. No one's going to guess anything. He fights out of Knoxville, Tennessee.
Jake.
Ninja, whatever Jake's gonna say.
Jake.
Is it Rampage Jackson?
It is not Rampage Jackson, you racist motherfucker.
So 2 more guesses and then 2 more hints, then I can guess again. But until then, I can't.
Wait, when did we put rules into the game all of a sudden?
I described them clearly before the undercard.
Ninja is requesting that you list all the hints before resuming and asking him.
Ninja, did you request that?
I did.
It's true. I was there.
Okay.
Jake cannot answer.
I said he is undefeated in the UFC. He is the same color as Yao and Chroma. He is on a 4-fight winning streak. He finished his last fight. And he is fighting out of Knoxville, Tennessee. And he has an 80-inch reach.
Come on with the 2 more hints. Come on with the 2 more hints.
Ninja doesn't have a guess. I'll continue.
Ninja has up to 2 guesses, I believe, before Jake can answer.
What? No, it's you guess, and then you can guess again after 2 more hints go by.
Okay.
So Ninja can
hint.
guess now, but he's got to wait with me. Sorry.
You mean Ninja can guess now based on the facts that Ross has outlined, which suggests it's a black fighter who's been undefeated in his past 4 fights? Is that correct?
Correct.
Indeed it is.
Yo, for real, let's move it along.
Okay, then I will give the next hint.
Yeah, we should ramble on.
Ninja?
Ninja?
Anthony Rumble Johnson.
No, it is not Anthony Rumble Johnson.
Damn,
So
I was
because
wrong.
both of us guessed, can we now freely guess, or should we wait 2 more hints?
Yes.
Whatever ends this.
Yes, you can now freely guess.
Jake.
Sorry, I was trying to think of that guy's name forever.
In
I
that
thought it was
time,
Rumble.
Jake was able to go to Google and find out who it was.
I
Okay,
thought it was
Jake,
Rumble.
so.
Really?
Yep.
The reason I know this, I thought Tennessee and immediately thought Rampage, guessed Rampage, but then I remembered I'm a big fan of the Florida Gators. You know who else used to play football for the Florida Gators rival? Ovens St. Preux.
What?
Ninja, you were a game opponent tonight,
That was it.
and I appreciate you giving me a little bit of competition. That third one was tricky. I don't know why I couldn't think of OSP, who finished Nikita Krylov this past March. We'll be fighting Ryan Jimmo this coming June. You were a game opponent. June 13th, the winner of the main event. Or not June, May 13th. They better get ready for a whole lot of hurt, because I'm going to bring it to them. I'm going to bring it right to them.
Exactly.
Wait. I just want to come in and say that I was muted this whole time, and I didn't know that. Those were all
shit.
sound bites.
Have a rebuttal.
Yo, Ninja, you can fight in the undercard next week. You can eventually reach the main card. But as far as I see it,
Just sound bited me from
He's
past.
saying shenanigans.
That's shenanigans.
that's
Completely.
3-0, baby. And I'm going to get another 3-0 next week. And I'm going to get another 3-0 the week after. You can't stop me. Believe in evolution.
Ninja, you got to rematch him. That's the bottom line. That's just because Stone Cold said so, man.
One
You
day,
have to
but
rematch.
I'm getting the title shot next week. Ninja, one day you will get your rematch, but it's not going to be tonight. It's not going to be next week. It may not be the week after, but I think it's time we get to the main event.
It is.
Amateur hour's over. It's time for the big boys to step in the cage, hit the
Damn right.
music. Let's get this thing going. What do I need to say? I'm ready to go. I've been waiting for hours and hours and hours. I've waited for 6 months to get my hands on you, Ramses. I don't need to say anything else. I want to fight.
It is the main event, people. It's not often that I get on here and I actually make it personal, but sometimes something happens on this podcast. I get emotionally involved. I have to answer. And people, when that happens, I do turn into the owner, the CEO of the Word on the Street podcast, people. I do turn into the big boss. And if you cross me, you will be fired. You understand? It brings out the worst in me. Especially this son of a bitch that has been challenging me for 6 months straight, at least Ross Finkelstein. He's here on now. He's challenging me. This is how it's going to happen, people. The Word on the Street podcast, I don't like to lower myself to this man's level. But he's forced me to. He's challenged me. He's called me out. What's going to happen before I make a big reveal to this man and the world out there listening? I am going to shoot him straight. This is going to be a real trivia. This is going to be a real shoot. Some trivia, just quick session here. Me versus Ross. He thinks he knows more than I do. No. I've memorized the entire UFC roster and fight records of every amateur MMA fighter within the past 13 years. All right. My memory doesn't fail 100%. There's no way he's going to beat me. If he does, he's going to suffer the consequences. That's neither here nor there. That's probably another episode. But I'm here taking him on right now. He is, and I'm telling you, after this trivia contest, I have a big revelation to make about Ross Finkelstein. I'm ready, you son of a bitch. This is the Word of the Street podcast. You piss in my pool. You're invading my territory. You're taking me on my own home. This is it, the home court advantage. You're trying to take it away from me, but I'm telling you right now, you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch, Ross Finkelstein. It's time to do this dance. Beat It style. Michael Jackson, 1984. I'm ready. Let's get to this trivia contest. Winner take all. Ross Finkelstein.
This is the moment we've been waiting for weeks. Ramses versus Ross. Did someone just say something and I spoke over him? I apologize.
That was the ninja. I was wondering how Ramses gets like a 5-minute spot and how the ninja gets like 2 minutes.
Man, Ninja, as long as you would have talked, I would have played the damn music.
I'm the Vince McMahon of this show. Let's do this shit.
That's right. Yeah, let's do this shit. Ross, are you ready? Turn up your mic a little bit because you're coming through super
scared,
not loud at all.
You can hear him right
Yes.
He's scared.
He said that he whispered that from behind his bedpost.
Fired. Let's
cry,
do this
Ross.
shit.
You're gonna cry.
It's been the longest fucking show I've ever sat through. You're not paying me enough. Let's get this going. Come on.
This fighter is 34 years old. He fought in Strikeforce and currently fights in the UFC.
Ramses checking in right now.
Ramses.
I don't even know if this shit is legit. Oh fuck! Now I have two guesses. Now it's all forming together in my brain. I'll go with my initial impulse was Arlovsky, but now I'm picking Jake Shields. But whatever. I'll go with Andrei Arlovsky.
It is not Andrei Arlovsky. You will be able to guess again after 2 more hints. 34. He used to fight in Strikeforce. He's 5'11". He has a fight against Mayhem Miller.
Ross. Is it Tim Kennedy?
It is Tim Kennedy. The first point goes to the Jew.
Ross, you son of a bitch.
That actually was a really awesome guess. All right, next fighter. Are you guys ready?
Yep.
He's 5'6". He's 5'6", and he's a wrestler. He has fought for a UFC title, but lost. He's only had 1 title fight. His last fight was in 2013. He is not scheduled to fight in the next 60 days.
Ninja. I'm the ninja. I do whatever I want. You can't put rules on the ninja.
He wrestled collegiately. He's only fought in 1 weight class in the UFC. He fought in the same weight class in the WEC. He has a win against Cody McKenzie.
You son of a bitch.
He was born west of the Mississippi River.
Ross.
Ross?
Is it Chad Mendez?
The next guess was he shares a nickname with a professional boxer, Chad Money Mendez. That is the correct answer. Ross going up 2-0
Son of a bitch.
on Ramses. Ramses needs to sweep in order to keep it.
Jake.
What's that?
Jake.
What's that?
Let's have a little intermission here. You see, I'm kicking Ramses' ass, so I want to entertain the people for a second. You see, we've had a build-up for 6 months for this, and Ramses has talked all this shit, and he said how he's going to destroy me, how he's going to end me. And here we are. I'm up 2-0. Ramses hasn't done jack shit. And I'm going to retain my belt in a matter of 5 minutes. Ramses, these are your final moments as a credible threat to anyone on this planet. And once I take every bit of pride and dignity that you have, you will have nothing left. So right now, I'd like to take a moment to dedicate this next one to you. Because it will be the last thing you ever see. Continue, Jake.
Wait, we get promos in the middle of fights now? Who's
The Jew
scheduling
does.
this bullcrap?
This is a championship matchup. If anyone wants to cut a promo during a championship, who am I to step in? Who am I to tell them no? The next fighter fought in Pride. He also fought in Strikeforce, but currently fights for the UFC. His last
Vanderlei, I have a guess. It is Vanderlei Silva.
Vanderlei Silva did not fight in Strikeforce,
Son
so
of a
you'll
bitch.
you'll have to sit out the next couple hints.
This is the easiest fucking game ever. Holy
Ninja.
shit.
His last 3 fights all ended in the first round. He has been interviewed on the Steve Austin Show.
Ross. Josh Barnett.
That is the correct answer, Ross Finkelstein. You are the word on the street champion.
You see, I have something to say. I haven't even trained for this fight because why? Why would I train for such an easy fight? This is like Dana White fighting Cain Velasquez. You know what's going to happen. Cain's going to fucking maul him. Ramses, you are Dana White. And I am Cain Velasquez. And I just mauled you. I beat you 3-0.
You know
And
what?
now that I've taken everything you have, what do you have to say?
Uh-huh. Yeah. You taking everything I have, huh? Well, guess what? This is my fucking show. I'm up in the fucking stakes here. Right here and now. Live on the fucking air. Yeah, you might have answered a couple of trivia questions. Who knows if you and Jake got together playing with each other's balls, let's be honest. You guys have met in real life a few times. Shared rooms together. I don't even know what the hell.
I've never met Ross. Oh, wait, no, I met him that one time. Damn, I'm high.
You people, you're all in on it together. I don't know what's going on here. I know that, nothing against Jews, but I don't have a problem with the Jewish community or Jewish individuals or practices, but I got a problem with this Jew. This Ross Finkelstein. I'll tell you right now, people, where it's all stemming from. And I'm sorry, Jake. I know you met him in person. I just have to assume that you guys were in on this. You set me up. I'll never forgive you, Jake, from the MMA podcast, and I'll never forgive you, Ross, especially because I'll just keep it brief right now. I have a revelation to make, all right? You think you got your secrets with me, numb with Jake. You probably fed him the questions and answers at least 8 months ago before you even started your beef, right? You guys met up in Vegas. I know all about that. I got the hotel receipts, all right? That's in a future podcast. Ninja, he's disgusted just like I am. He knows you're just a bunch of dirty, cheating liars, scumbags, individuals of ill repute. Ross, Jake, this is bullshit, but let me tell you something, Ross. Let me admit to you something 12 years ago. It's a dark story. I've never told anyone this. This is an exclusive. You can take this to the bank, Ross. I don't know how old you are now. Maybe 21, 30, maybe 18. I don't even know. I don't even know. It doesn't matter. A long time ago, I used to be into drugs and, just doing things that were just, I was in a bad spot. It was hard times. And I met a woman named Rose. Rose Finkelstein. Do you understand me, Ross? That should ring a bell, because it's your mother. I met her a long time ago. One thing led to another with me and Rose Finkelstein. You hearing me, Ross? And honestly, you were born. I've done the math. I've figured it out in my head. My relationship with Rose Finkelstein falls right around the time of the conception, everything. It would time out to exactly when you were born. Ross, you are my bastard son, and tonight I have to destroy you because of this. I have to destroy you. You did beat me in the trivia. I understand. I've only been feeding you these victories, all right, man? It's all been my diabolical scheme, Ross. Me and your mother, Ross Finkelstein, let's face it, man. How can you deny these facts that I present to you? There's no way. So it's a fact, and that's the bottom line. So let's get to it, man.
Ramses.
I am your father, Ross.
Ramses.
You mean sir? You should call me
Ramses. You see, I knew this. We've talked about this. We've had meetings about this months ago when we planned out everything. When we came up with this competition in the first place, a means of making money, a means of changing the world. We spoke about this. But there's one thing I will never, ever call you, and that's sir. There's another thing I'll never call you, and that's dad.
He is your father. Ross, he is your father.
Jake, stay out of this. I'll deal with you next week. Ramses, the only thing you are after tonight is my bitch.
You know what? I understand that you are my offspring. I was only, mathematically speaking, and for this to make realistically any sort of sense at all, I must have been 12 or 13 at the time, but I am your father biologically. I didn't think my seed would take hold, but it obviously did. Here you are. We are live on the air, on the Word on the Street podcast, by the way, people. Who knows where this is going to go, but I'm telling you right now, if I created you, Ross, I have to destroy you. All right, you have more knowledge of random MMA trivia than I do, and for that reason alone, you have to go. So let's get down to it, man. Let's up this to the next level. Let's take this. Let's quit beating around the bush. A lot of people like to have trivia, like to have rounds, showdowns, face-offs, fist fights. No. Let's go all the way. Let's put our lives on the line right now, here, on the air of the podcast itself. This is for, how much you're about to hear about as real as it gets, people. All right? I am challenging my son, my bastard son, Ross Finkelstein, to a live game on the podcast for you people to hear of Russian roulette. I know he has a gun. I made sure I sent him one. He's got one. I've got one. Let's do Russian roulette right now. Put one in the chamber. We'll spin it around, and we'll take turns right now, live on the air, one at a time. Fuck this trivia, this MMA. Let's get down to it. One of us has got to go. We can't both exist in the same place at the same time. It's like defying the laws of physics, and so to speak, and such. Ross, man, are you ready to do Russian roulette live on the Word on the Street podcast for everyone to hear?
Ramses, when you sent me this gun, I told myself from day one that the one bullet in this gun would be reserved for you. and you. And although I don't get to put this specific bullet through your skull, I know that the one that's in your gun will represent the one that's in my gun.
There you have it, people. I know this sounds fucking weird, and you guys don't want to buy it. You guys don't believe this is happening, but this is it, people. The show is either going to continue next week, or it's going to end right here and fucking now with this game of Russian Roulette live with my bastard son, Ross Finkelstein, live on the Word in the Street podcast. So let's do this right now. He won the trivia contest, so I guess I should take the first shot on Russian Roulette. I have my 9mm Smith & Wesson with the barrel spun, 1 round in it, chambered. In case you don't believe me, I'm going to cock it. There it is, people. And here we go. I'm going to pull the trigger, Ross, but you're next, man. And I'm telling you, I believe in this so much. You're my bastard son. It's just been revealed here. And look, people listening, if I do go out, I bid you a good night, a farewell. Don't come back next week unless, you got nothing else to do. But this is it, people. This is the end of the show right now. Here it is. I'm about to pull the trigger. Let's see if it takes me out, man. Fuck it. Fuck you, Ross, my bastard son. Here we go. Here we go. I'm cranking it up. I'm pulling the trigger. Fuck it. There you go. I believe nothing happened. I survived. Your turn, Ross. You want to back out like you were Vanderlei Silva at a tough soccer coaches challenge. Looks like Ross is thinking about this.
Let's do this. I have to end you.
Pull it. Pull it.
Oh my God, Ross, no!
Oh,